Belly Flop, where you either make a splash, an ass out of yourself, or both. I am Alex.
And I'm CW. Welcome to the show. Everyone, welcome to the show. Today, let's discuss an important topic. Cold brew coffee. Alex, you have a mostly hate relationship with cold brew coffee.
Well, you know, I've always talked shit about it because I never tried it, number one. But I've always just thought, coffee should be hot and black, and that's how I drink it. But, so I go down and I visit my sister a couple weeks ago, or whenever that was. I know I've talked about that a few times. But, so she had some Starbucks cold brew in her fridge, and she made me one. She, put a little chocolate milk in it, little bit of liquid, some kind of liquid sugar. I don't know. She's a health nut, so something not terrible for me, I'm assuming. And
something made from a plant.
I got it, and I texted you a picture of it that day and said, I think I might be a convert. It was delicious. So I'm waffling on whether I like it or not. But then I'm back here, and it was actually the other day I go to Starbucks. Well, I actually tried to order a cold brew on the app, and everything was out somehow. Apparently that's a thing. Starbucks runs out of coffee, but yeah, it is what it is.
Cold brew is a process. They do run out. You normally hate your decision when it runs out. But
yeah, so I was like, oh, okay, I'll just order an iced flat white because I like a flat white. So I get an iced flat white. I go pick it up. I take a drink, and it's garbage. Terrible.
Iced milk, basically.
Yeah, it was terrible. So I'm back to... And that's when I learned an important distinction between, and excuse my ignorance, cold brew and iced coffee. Totally different things, apparently, as I've come to find out since the other day. Iced coffee, still garbage. Cold brew, apparently I do like.
Cold brew is delicious.
So I need to get another one. Jessica's been raving about since the pumpkin came out.
She does enjoy a good PSL.
Yeah, but she likes the cold brew PSL. Apparently that's a thing now.
Oh.
Or cold brew pumpkin. I don't know. I don't think it's obviously not a PSL because it's not a latte. But she's been getting the cold brew pumpkin whatever from Starbucks.
Okay.
She says she likes it. She says it's good. I'm still pumpkin anything is kind of
Don't sound like a comfort.
Not on the pumpkin. Cold brew I can do. Just dark, medium, roast, whatever. Cold brew. But I need to figure out how to make it at home. Find out if I really like it.
YouTube.
Yeah, I could do that. I think I figured it out this morning, but I haven't done it yet. You put it in there and set it in the fridge overnight.
Yep.
Seems like an awful lot of planning.
So I've actually used a French press before.
I like good French press.
It does the job.
So you French press it and then put it in the fridge?
Yeah. No, I put it I make it in a French press.
Oh, okay.
And then after it's set in
so you can filter it quickly.
Yes.
Gotcha. Instead of having to pour it through a filter.
I actually ran it through a Chemex filter to make it a little bit more smooth. But it definitely made more of a concentrate. It was not a.
You need to mix it with some water or something.
Yeah, it was not something you're just going to take that and pour a glass of because it's hardcore caffeine jolt.
Well,
which I discovered one morning at about 5:15.
First time you did it?
Yes.
So this morning I actually saw I don't know, I was scrolling through Facebook, I guess, and there was a cold brew martini that the people made. So I know you're a martini fan.
I love a good martini.
But basically it's, an ounce of liquor or a shot of vodka, a shot of coffee liqueur of some sort, whatever you like, and then I guess a shot of your cold brew coffee, maybe more. I don't remember the exact specifications. Put it on ice, shake it up, pour it in your martini glass, and there you go.
I'm pretty sure I can put that in my Starbucks Traveler mug and get by with it.
Yeah, so that's something for you to think about.
There's also a beer I had a couple weeks ago, which you would probably like. It's Country Boy Brewing from Lexington, Kentucky. Shout out. They do a cold brew coffee stout. I am not much of a stout guy. I'm much more of an IPA drinker. But it was genuinely I was drinking cold brew.
Yeah.
It was delicious.
So I'm not a big stout guy either, and it's now maybe I've converted now that I like cold brew, maybe because stouts always have that real coffee taste to them, and porters, both of them are kind of dark and heavy, and I usually don't like them. But stouts I guess aren't that heavy, but I'll have to try it out. Country Boy has good stuff.
Like you literally just have had your eyes completely opened up now.
Open up to the cold brew world. Iced coffee, still garbage. Cold brew, totally different. I can handle it. But I got to put something in it. I tried it straight at my sister's too, and it was a little rough. I think a splash of milk or something.
Like the cream or
yeah. Unlike regular coffee where I drink it black, I got to do a little something to it, I think, to make it consumable to me.
To take away some...
Now, I had to do that with coffee when I first started drinking coffee, too, so maybe I'll eventually get to the...
Just straight cold brew, no cold cream, foam, salted caramel, syrup.
Well, it's funny because apparently with coffee, I'm a much bigger wimp than I am with, like, bourbon, because with bourbon, the first time I drink a bourbon, I drink it neat.
Yes.
So I know what I'm drinking. I know what it tastes like before I decide if I like it on the rocks or... as an rather mix it with something else if it's terrible. But I guess with coffee, let's start out like a wimp, put all the stuff in it, make it drinkable.
So, coffee, you're back to freshman year. You don't know exactly what you like or what you're going to drink, so.
Yeah, you just mix it all together and make it stomachable, palatable is the word, I guess.
Yes.
But yeah, we'll see.
Pretty sure that's how they invented the Frappuccino. How do we make coffee for people who do not like coffee?
That's how you come up with all this stuff.
We'll blend it with sugar and milk and ice and make it taste like a glorified milkshake.
Well, like pumpkin spice latte, and that's for people who don't like coffee.
It's too hard to wear a scarf and Uggs. I mean, I just can't get down with the PSL this early.
I'm not a big pumpkin anything fan.
I don't like pumpkin either.
But, if it's good, if I try it and I like it, I won't talk bad about it anymore. But for now, it's not very good.
But you still may talk occasional shit.
Mm-hmm. So I was listening to another podcast the other day, and a topic came up, and I wanted to get your take on it.
Okay, shoot.
It's about men's hygiene.
Ooh.
So
You watched one too many Manscaped commercials, didn't you?
It's funny, they are a sponsor of that podcast.
They're a sponsor of every podcast.
Not this one.
Yet.
But so the topic in question, I'll bring this up and then we can actually divulge a little farther just because I'm OCD about cleanliness. So they were talking about, a question came into the podcast of, do you wash your feet in the shower?
Yes.
And this was a mind-boggling question to me because, yes, you should wash your feet in the shower every time you take a shower. So some of the hosts answered that they do not wash their feet in the shower under the guise that the soap is running down your legs and it's all in the bottom of the shower anyway. So your feet are therein then and of itself being cleaned by the soapy water.
I feel like if that's a valid argument, then you wouldn't have to worry about shower shoes or athlete's foot in the shower at the gym. It would be like the soap is not cleaning the floor underneath your feet.
Yeah, I'm with you. I was slightly disgusted by this, but it was multiple. There's many people on this podcast, and multiple of them said the same thing, and I was like, that is disgusting. Number one. Number two, I mean, that's not sound science, as you just said.
That's definite bro science.
I that to me was mind numbing, but it kind of got me thinking. So it's a good topic for men's podcast. Not that we just are reaching out to men, but I don't think you have to ask a woman that question.
No, they're going to be like, men are nasty. Fucking learn how to shower.
Well, like women will take a soaking bath, and then I think like take a shower when they're done, because soaking in your own filth isn't really getting clean, which is always why I wonder why we give kids a bath, but that's a different story. As soon as you can get them into a shower, It's much easier. But so, I read a lot of stuff, and I was reading an article in the magazine was National Geographic, and it was talking about how we as a society wash ourselves too much. primarily because of the soaps we use. We use too much soap. And so we're washing the good oils and everything off your skin. So the article went on, and this is something that's been around, and you've probably heard it. You shouldn't really wash everything. You should wash the important parts, armpits, crotchal region, feet. That's like what she said as a scientist. That should be your primary thing. And then, your hair, your face, a lot of people need to wash every day if it's greasy, oily like mine. But otherwise, they said, the hot water does its thing. Unless you're real sweaty, then you should wash. But the fact that this guy said he doesn't wash his feet, to me, that's just disgusting. I can't even imagine.
Yeah, no.
How that must.
He's also probably one of these guys that doesn't change his towel that often.
Well, they've actually had that conversation on there, and they made this statement that you're clean when you dry off, which is a valid statement, I hope. Well, I don't know. He didn't wash his feet, so he's definitely not clean when he's drying off. But yeah, so how often do you change your towel, bath towel? Do you get a new one every time you take a bath, a shower?
No, I'm about once a week.
Yeah, that's kind of my go. It's like once it starts getting that little musty odor.
But I only shower at my house on weekends.
That's true. You're at the Y, which they wash those every day, hopefully. Yeah. But I use mine every morning, and basically when I do laundry at the end of the week, the towel goes in the laundry. I'm not one of these people who has a separate load for towels. That's just too much effort. But,
really?
Yeah. My OCD-ness, and I don't have to separate my towels. Yeah, it's interesting, right? I've thought about it, but laziness took over. Laziness beat out the OCD in that case. And we don't have that many towels. There's 4 towels. I don't use washcloths. I use loofah, so we don't have those that we got to wash. But and then that kind of runs into the other thing. A lot of people use a towel as a bath mat. When you step out to drip on. But what about if you have like a microfiber one? Do you wash it? How often do you wash it?
I actually have a few microfiber towels that I bought for a trip to Iceland because apparently when you go places in Iceland, they're famous for geothermal water, these all natural hot springs everywhere. They will charge you to rent a towel to dry off with. So every travel blog said go on Amazon, buy a super cheap microfiber towel that's quick drying, and use it. So I do have a couple of microfiber towels, but I don't believe I've used them since I came back from Iceland.
Also, our mat that's on the floor, so when you step out of the shower, you don't drip all over the tile or wood or carpet in some cases, which is a whole nother disgusting topic. But how often should you wash those? Is the question. Is that like an every week thing? Is it a once a month thing?
I feel like you should wash that stuff when you wash your towels.
Yeah, see, I don't think.
But you throw a wrench to that because you apparently wash your towels with everything else.
Yeah, I'll wash those occasionally. I'll pick them up. Like our housekeeper vacuums them off and all that stuff. But I don't know. Honestly, couldn't tell you when the last time those were washed. But they are microfiber, so what? I'm
supposed to be better.
Yeah, they're not supposed to hold as much moisture and be all as nasty.
Speaking of towels get that nasty mildewy smell after a while.
Yeah.
And I keep seeing a very popular brand of towels pop up on my Instagram feed. And so I click, what you do. I'm not going to lie, during the quarantine and lockdown from COVID, I have fallen victim to the Instagram and Facebook buys that just keep popping up. I'm like, I might need those. So I click this link for towels. I'm a single guy. My towels are from Target. They are nothing fancy. These towels are supposed to be woven in a certain way that will reduce moisture and not get that mildewy smell. But they were $50 a piece.
But think about that. You buy the towels at Target, which aren't cheap either, by the way, but they do good. But, like we're talking about, they get that mildew smell after a while. I'm washing mine every week. Well, it seems like that mildew smell, the longer you've had a towel, even though you're washing it, it seems like that smell kind of takes hold sooner and sooner in the usage. Does that make sense? So, like, when you're first using it, you don't ever get that because you're washing it every week. But then after a while, it's like 1 or 2 uses, and you can start to get that faint mildew smell. So I wonder if this towel, it's $50, but maybe it has a longer life.
I would hope so for $50.
Yeah, but that's not always the case.
And granted, I know there are many people who are listening to this who are going to think $50 for a towel is like average.
We're not those people.
I am cheap when it comes to towels.
We're not those people.
Clothing and shoes, yes, take my credit card, take my money. American Express can vouch for this. When it comes to home stuff and towels, it might be a little cheap.
Well, like my favorite towels are the ones at like hotels.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like they dry me off better. Obviously they're getting bleached to the high heavens every night. But I would love to get some American Hotel registered towels from my house. But I also don't want to wash them every day with bleach and everything else. But anyway, maybe that's, maybe I need to go smell the bath mat and see if it's got that mildewy smell. Because that's the thing. Yeah, the towel is around your face.
I'm just going to go ahead and say, if you're questioning when you washed it last,
they probably need wash.
You should wash it now.
Yeah, but then we have those same things in front of our sink. So, I mean, do they need to be washed as often as the bath one? Because they're not getting stepped on wet or dripped on or anything else.
I would just wash it all at the same time.
Well, that's what I normally do when I did it, but I don't know. It was an interesting topic.
Say those days are I don't know. I normally just I shower here 2 days a week,
so you don't have as much towel.
Normally, I just throw everything in the wash, like towel related, bath mats, everything, so maybe once a week.
Then I got to do another load of laundry. That's a lot. We're already doing, mine. You got colors, you got whites, you got kids. You got both kids because they have so many clothes. They have to have their own load of laundry. You've got the housekeeper has these little rags that they use. Those got to be washed. You got beach towels from the pool. You've got bathing
Not
suits.
only do they have to be washed, they have to be folded a certain way.
Easy now. They do need to be folded. That's just how you fold things. And this is why I fold the laundry. So, but, I mean,
Alex doesn't know this yet, but literally in my master bedroom, I left a load of laundry on the bed to see how long it would take him to get annoyed by seeing it before he would fold it.
Luckily, I don't have to see it right now. You probably should have left it in the hall.
I should have put it in the living room on the couch.
Yeah, I would see that. But, yeah, Jessica does it on purpose. She'll start folding stuff the wrong way, like she did the other night with those that we're talking about, because she knows I'll take over and fold them because I can't handle it. Anyway, things have a specific way they should be folded. Towels, washcloths, rags, shirts, pants, shorts, they all should be folded a specific way. Underwear, socks.
I've made the mistake of started rolling my underwear. So the underwear drawer is more organized.
That's what I do. Have done that for years.
But I just hate doing it.
Oh, it takes 3 seconds.
I know, but it's
Fold them over, start with the waistband, roll it up.
Ladies and gentlemen, packing from an OCD person.
Hey,
right here.
Mary Kondo ain't got shit on me.
You just throw everything out.
Yeah, I don't do the...
My kid doesn't need this toy. My kid doesn't need this toy.
Hey, I do that with McDonald's toys, that's for sure. But
I saw on YouTube yesterday, apparently there's a market on eBay for those toys.
Like regular McDonald's toys?
Yes.
Or I know last episode I think we talked about the Beanie Babies and stuff. But
this video had a bunch of toys from the 90s.
Oh, okay.
It was 10, and they were selling for $25.
So you're telling me instead of throwing the unopened toys from McDonald's away, I need to keep them somewhere?
I'm saying that during quarantine and COVID-19 lockdown, people will buy anything because they're stuck at home.
Then I've thrown away $1 million.
Yes.
Because my kids eat McDonald's all the time. But anyway. Yeah, that's folding and all that stuff. They have specific needs.
So, okay, back to the whole shower hygiene, bathroom ordeal. Do you have a process in the bathroom?
there is a specific process from wake up to shower.
Okay.
So you wake up, and in my case, I got to take the dogs out. So I wake up, take the dogs out, use the bathroom, brush my teeth. Those 3 things happen every day of the week, no matter what day it is, no matter what time I wake up. That's the process. I don't care if it's 5 a.m., I'm brushing my teeth, even if it's a Saturday. I might even go back to sleep, but I'm going to brush my teeth. Then you get in the shower. Then some people shave in the shower. I've never been able to figure that out. I don't know. I just can't do it. So then you shave, if you shave. I don't do that every day either because I hate shaving. Usually wait once a week now at this point. I only got to shave like a 2-inch part of my neck, but anyway. And then you get dressed and ready.
That's a definite streamlined process.
That's the process.
I also have the process, and it's basically very similar to yours. Take the dog out, use the bathroom. Normally fix a cup of coffee, hang out. If I don't go to the Y, that means I have time to watch the local news, maybe 30 minutes of the Today Show. Then I have to take a shower and get ready to get dressed.
There's no TV in my morning.
Go to work. Yeah, I allow much more flexible time in my morning routine.
I am of the mindset, wake up as late as possible, get through the getting ready, and then spend half an hour fighting with the kids to get them up, dressed, fed, and out the door.
Whereas I wake up at 4:45 a.m. to give myself time to eat breakfast, have a cup of coffee, scan the news, and then go to the gym.
I don't eat breakfast, so I can cut that out quick.
Oh, I've been eating some high-protein breakfast lately.
Yeah. I don't eat breakfast, and I don't drink coffee in the morning at home during the week.
Oh.
I'll drink a glass of water. That's it. Sometimes. That's if I have time, because I'm cutting it close usually.
So you're doing some intermittent fasting, so that's
Always. Drink the cup of coffees at work after I get there, situated, taken care of. That's when I read the news, all that fun stuff. But yeah, I'm pretty strict in the morning. That's what I do. I don't like it to be interrupted either.
not a bad routine.
No. Right now it's a pain because we've got the crack in our shower floor, so I have to walk all the way across the house, take a shower, come all the way back, and finish getting ready.
Definite
it's not
first
that
world
far.
problem.
It's not like I'm living in like a 40-room mansion and it's like a 30-minute walk, but
You don't have to hop on the golf cart to go.
It's still a pain
the
in
neighboring
the
shower.
rear to walk over there, but
Actually, the dangerous part is the fact that your kids just bust in.
luckily they're usually still asleep
That's a good thing.
somehow.
Because last time I was over there, I went to use the bathroom, and I'm standing there peeing, and literally your 7-year-old just pops open from this other door that I thought was locked. He pops in and he went, ha ha ha!
The weird bathroom.
Scared the crap out of me.
Yeah, they do that. Talk to my wife about that. She gets no private time in the bathroom.
I'm saying I'm a solo dude. I'm not used to not having the privacy in the bathroom, so
Yeah, you don't have to worry about locking the door or anything like that.
No,
Probably hell, closing it.
I don't have to worry about closing the door.
It's more of a, yeah. Luckily, as a dad, I get time. They don't bother me, but it's not bother Jessica all the time.
Mom.
Yeah. No, but that's my process. I don't know. I'm assuming most men kind of follow the same quick and easy.
Yeah,
as simple as possible.
if I would not be leisurely on my time schedule, I could get ready in 15, 20 minutes.
I'm ready usually in 20 minutes, probably. But depends on some days I just stand in the shower. I get it warm and just stand there.
Your phone is now waterproof. Do you take your phone in the shower?
No, I do not. That doesn't even leave my bedroom.
Is it not? That's good.
I go to the even when the shower's in my master shower, the phone stays on the charger till I'm dressed and ready.
It's good.
Yeah.
Whereas I normally turn on a podcast or an audiobook. I have a speaker in the shower. It's waterproof.
I would probably annoy my wife with my podcast if I did that.
Again, it's just me.
Yeah. So.
And the dog has no say.
Yeah. I usually don't even speak to anyone until I'm showered and ready.
Probably
and then
a good
I go
thing.
wake the kids up.
Probably a
or
blessing.
Help get the kids up. Jessica does a lot of the morning. That's the deal. I do the night. She does the mornings.
It's not a bad trade-off.
No. Because I don't like waking up anyway.
Okay, so we know that your bath mats have haphazardly been washed.
Yeah, and I'm going to probably do that today.
What about your sheets?
Oh, so that's one that needs to happen every week, but does not, for sure, not happen every week. Because that's a process.
Guys, if you are listening to this, comment. Tell us the appropriate amount of time it should be between when you change your sheets.
It should be a week, but...
Like, I know in college it was between, like, what girl was coming over.
When there was obvious something on
Yes.
it, that's when it got changed. It's kind of like hotels. When there's obviously something there, you change it.
But, actually, I would hope they change it every day.
Well, having been a housekeeper, they change the sheets every stay. Comforter.
Yeah, now that's...
the other thing... or whatever else they got on the bed.
The decorative
that's
throw
not getting
thing.
changed unless they find something on it that they can't hide.
Yeah, that sounds correct.
Yeah. Well, because you got to think, if they had to wash those things are massive.
Yeah.
And if you've got like 40 rooms in a hotel or 100 rooms in a hotel, which is typical, I mean, washing the sheets is enough. I mean, they're doing laundry all day and all night to get them ready for tomorrow. Mm-hmm. But yeah, at home, fraternity life, that's how it was. Oh, this girl's coming. I gotta wash the sheets today.
Yeah.
Otherwise, who knows? I'm sure we had guys in Trinity that probably never washed them the whole time they were there.
That would in no way surprise me.
I mean, I think we had guys that didn't even use sheets. They were just using the 40-year-old mattress that had been probably in the attic for 6 months.
On the floor, completely disgusting.
Yep. That happens.
Probably testing every ounce of the vaccinations remaining in their body to not get sick.
Yeah, but I would say you should probably wash your sheets every week.
I agree with that.
But this is a do as I say, not as I do moment.
I agree with you every week, but I'm not going to lie. It's probably more like every 2 weeks for me.
Yeah, I don't know. Usually Jessica handles the sheets. Couldn't tell you.
I mean, I hate changing the sheets. So
I do too. Well, I've got a king-size bed, so doing it by yourself is a pain. But I'm pretty particular about that too. So
can you fold a fitted sheet properly?
Yes.
Can you really?
Yes. It's not. I mean, I don't. I mean, I can, but I don't because it takes too long.
Okay.
I fold it neatly.
I had to ask this because there were some people who stayed one time at the vacation condo, and I saw that they had folded the sheets
the correct way.
Like the fitted sheet was folded like it came out of the package.
Yeah.
And I was thoroughly impressed.
Yeah. No, it takes room because you got to basically like to do it perfect. You got to kind of lay it out on the bed, and then you can get upside down. You know, the little elastic part facing up, so you can kind of get it all there, and then you just kind of pick it up from the corners because it's got the little stitched corners. You know, the stitched edges. You got to fold those over to match each other, just like you would with a normal corner of a sheet. And then you pull it tight, fold it. Yeah, it just once you get that part in the inside, it's not too hard.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. That's why I don't do it every time. Well, I do it pretty close every time.
But that was probably 2 years ago, and I'm still impressed that this person did it. So
it's pretty impressive. I wouldn't do it at somebody else's house.
No, yes.
That's
It's like
impressive.
a place I stay, a week for vacation. Like I don't really care. I'm just gonna.
That was one of those OCD things. I had to figure out how it was done because I had to be able to do it occasionally.
I can see that.
Yeah, because otherwise the fitted sheet ends up being like 6 inches thick because you just kind of wad it up.
Yeah, you kind of get it in like a general square shape,
And then you just kind of fold it in half.
possibly rectangular-ish.
More rectangular than anything.
And then you fold it in half and put it with the fitted sheet or
put
with
it
the flat,
between.
Put it with
between
the
sheets.
other sheets and just be like, put it in the closet. I'm done.
Yeah, put it up on the top shelf. Nobody will see it. Yeah, but yeah, it's beds. I don't know. Do you make your bed every day? That's another
do.
topic. I used to, until I got married.
Why the change when?
She's. The sheet is like.
Okay, you can't. This is a podcast. You cannot see it, but the expression on his face thoroughly answered the question.
Yeah, the sheet ends up. I don't even know how it ends up where it ends up on her side. Like my side is all nice and neat when I wake up somehow, but the sheet from her side will be like crammed down under the, like basically untucked from the bottom of the bed. I'm like, how does this happen?
Yeah.
I don't understand because I got the sheet there with me, which is apparently a no-no, top sheet thing. Apparently that's like something you don't do nowadays.
What is it?
People don't use a top sheet. Have you not heard this?
No, I have heard this. but
this ridiculous phenomenon that the top sheet is not used.
In the summer, that's basically all I use.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there are moments when I want a big comforter, and then there are moments when I just want something light.
Yeah.
And a blanket is too much. A sheet is perfect.
I agree.
And sometimes I use both. Most of the time I use both because it's easier.
But I feel like it also follows in the trend of like different European hotels.
They don't have them?
They don't have, like, instead of having like a king size bed, they'll have the two smaller mattresses side by side.
Yeah.
But they also don't have the bedding for a king size bed. So you'll get two comforters.
That's weird.
For the bed.
That's weird. No, I don't understand the phenomenon of no top sheet. And it's a millennial thing. Even though we're technically millennials.
Technically we're millennials.
But it's a millennial thing, or maybe Xennial. What's the one below us?
Sounds right.
I don't know. Whatever they are, the young kids. They're apparently the ones not using top sheets and think it's crazy that we old people use top sheets.
Yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't use a top sheet.
Every sheet set comes with it. What the hell do you do with it? Just leave it in the closet?
Or do they not buy sheet sets?
Well, can you buy just
because
a fitted
you're paying
sheet?
like extra money to buy just individual sheets.
Yeah, I was like, can you buy just a fitted sheet?
You can, but it is normally expensive.
Yeah, I mean,
like I know, like in certain like brands of bedding, like if you want like two pillowcases, you will pay as much as you paid for the entire set of bedding
to get the extra
two pillowcases.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's a woman thing too. All the extra damn pillows.
Oh yeah, the women love to have like 8 pillows on a bed, and then you got to have a couple of throw pillows, maybe some nice decorative accents.
We have 2 king size pillows, one for each of us, and then there's a bunch of other pillows that don't get used. They get thrown in the corner in the floor. Actually, I don't put them in the floor. I stack them on the elliptical that doesn't get used. But can't really hang clothes on that thing, so you got to put something on it.
I was saying, if it was a treadmill or a bike, you could hang clothes from it.
But you can't do that, so you got to stack pillows. But the only time it's done is
like everyone's Pelotons as soon as they can actually go back to their gyms and they open back up,
and they're no longer being used.
Those Pelotons would be the best $2,200 clothing racks.
Yep. But so like the only day of the week our bed gets made, when I don't just do it when I'm in there watching TV or something, is the day our housekeeper comes, because for some reason I'd make the beds the day that guys come in to clean the house.
You don't want your housekeeper to see how you really live.
Yeah. So, literally the night before we're like forcing the kids to clean everything anyway. So,
yes.
But so I'll make the beds, get all the decorative pillows, put them up there. That's like the only time they're on the bed. Then that night they come off and they don't go back on until the next week when he comes back, or when I'm feeling like making the bed because I'm annoyed by it being messy.
When you're having a moment.
Yeah.
I could definitely see that.
So, but that's the sheets.
The routines we get into.
That's right. I don't know, but
do you organize your fridge?
If I live by myself, yes.
Okay.
So my OCD runs pretty deep, right? And I've been that way for, as long as I can remember. I have OCD in certain areas of my life. Lots of areas. Usually organization, neatness, things like that. That's really where it kicks in. Got to straighten up stuff. And
I literally bought a pair of black shoes with brown trim.
Terrible.
Just to freak you out.
You wore them the other day.
Yes.
Yeah. Can't do it. I'm a guy who used to, when I had a leather wallet, my wallet matched my belt and my shoes. So if I wore black leather, I wore a black leather belt, and I switched my wallet out that morning to black. Because typically I wore brown, because my favorite dress shoes were brown. But now I wear tinted. I can go lazy to work, and I got these little thread wallet things, which are awesome, and they're blue, so it doesn't matter what I'm wearing. But anyway.
Also not sponsored?
Not sponsored, but great, and only $15. Go check them out. But OCD is pretty strong, so if I could organize my fridge, if I didn't have 3 other people getting in there and making it a disaster, yes, I would organize my fridge.
Yeah, I kind of keep mine slightly organized.
One thing. Yeah, I know. I was just in it. Word of advice. Do not put milk in the door of the fridge. Does not belong in the door. Even though they make those nice little trays and it fits perfectly, don't put it in the door. It shouldn't be there.
Why?
Because the door is the warmest part of your fridge, and milk should never be warm.
Okay.
And it shouldn't suffer from temperature fluctuations either. So keep it in the back of the fridge on the shelf.
Heard it here, folks. Keep your milk behind your vodka in the fridge.
Vodka be in the freezer.
Vodka should be in the freezer. Unless someone
Behind
buys,
your bourbon cream.
Unless someone...
fridge.
Yes. Unless someone buys you a handle of Tito's and you have no room in your freezer for it.
Yeah. Well, then you drink it. But
Then it's in the fridge.
But yeah, the fridge should have organization.
Oh, I thoroughly agree.
And occasionally that happens. And it lasts about 2 days at my house.
Well, I can also see that.
But cabinets, everything should have organization to it. But when you have children and a wife who is completely unorganized, anti-organization, it appears to be, it's a fruitless
It changes.
effort. Yeah. So, like, as I've had children, my OCD has kind of waned in certain aspects. Like, when we had Parker and he had all the toys, he was too little to put them away at the time. So once he went to bed, I would clean up all the toys, put them where they went, nice and neat. Living room be neat, playroom be neat. Well, eventually that became too much effort, and I gave up. Then we had another one, and now it's even worse. I mean, our housekeeper will come, and by that night it looks like a bomb it's like a Toys R Us, which for those of you who are too young to know what Toys R Us is because it went away. It's a toy store. It looks like one of those blew up in our house.
Okay, I will agree with that.
You've seen it.
But I also watched your 7-year-old literally get Oreos and a glass of milk while balancing on a hoverboard.
Yeah, he can do that. It's food. But tell him to clean up. I don't know where it goes. How do I do it? Blah.
Why are you being mean?
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Why are you being mean to me? Because I told you to clean it up 15 times.
Why'd you yell? Well, guys, we hate to wrap up the show. I think we're getting the timeout from the text messages here. But I will say that if you want to do an intervention, Alex is ready. The OCD force is strong.
There is no intervention. There's no hope for me.
But no, really. Thanks for joining us for another episode. Hope you guys enjoyed what we had to say.
If you did, subscribe, rate, review. If not, just keep it fucking moving.
Later, guys.